Hi Nivedita. Hi Shrestha. I can see two. Let's just wait for a couple of minutes before we start. Hi Kushbu. Hello. We'll just wait for one more minute before we start. So thank you everyone for joining. And today's topic is exactly a little bit ironical topic. And why it is ironical, I'll talk more about that as we start. So just hold on for one more minute before we can start with our session. Hi. So it's 10:32 and 10:33 we should start. Thank you for joining, people. So I'm just waiting for one more minute before we start with our session. And as you know, the topic is eating disorders. So very common or a growing disorder in India nowadays. So thought of talking about this a little bit in detail. Right? So I'm just keeping a tab on the time. Yeah, I think we will start and people can join as and when they want to. So yes, as I said, that eating disorders, why is it called an ironical topic? Because in India, when still about 30 to 40% of the population is malnourished and they are suffering from malnutrition, in such a country, eating disorder is an ironical topic. But the fact is that, if we consider that 50% of people are getting proper nutrition, out of that 50%, at least 10 to 15% of people are not or they are suffering from eating disorders. Now, initially, this was not a very serious concern in India, but then nowadays we have seen that the number of or the percentage of people suffering from eating disorders is increasing globally as well as nationally. And initially it was only with women, but nowadays the population, even out of every 10 eating disorder cases, there will be at least 8 women and 2 men, right? So what is this eating disorders, or what is all about this eating disorders, right? So eating disorders is primarily a disorder where you refuse to eat or you eat too much, not to satisfy any physical need but to satisfy a psychological need. That is what makes a normal eating habit change to a eating disorder. So it's no longer a physical requirement but to maintain certain psychological needs. Now what can be the various psychological needs? First things first is the people have extreme body dissatisfaction. So people, the people who are suffering from eating disorders, they do not really have a proper satisfaction with their bodies, and they kind of are not happy with the way they are. So that is one aspect of eating disorder, and that is one of the major one. And why they have too much of body dissatisfaction, one of the major reason behind it is what we call billboard impact. Now what is billboard impact? Billboard impact means, billboard is what? A hoarding. When you go on the road, you see those big hoardings with glamorous faces and hourglass figures. So when you're seeing that, there are a certain group of people who are when you're constantly looking at those hourglass figures and those what do you call those glamorous faces, these people, it kind of impacts them that kash mein bhi aisi hoti ya kash mein bhi aisa hota. This is the kind of thing that's where it starts from. Or the other thing is being taunted for their body or for body image, for their body type, when the family and friends are constantly taunting them or passing remarks. So these factors kind of has a very extreme psychological impact, especially on teenagers and adolescents. So that is the starting point of an eating disorder. Eating disorder does not start suddenly at the age of 30. No, it builds in slowly, and the causes are actually from your teenage perspective, right? What else? You have an extreme unrealistic body image. No, I have to be like this, I have to have these things. So these are the unrealistic body images that people might have. Definitely malnutrition is one of the major factor of eating disorders, that there are still a lot of families where people do not get proper food. They don't get proper nutrition. They are having food, but they are not having what will add value to their body. They are still just having, a packet of chips is not a nutritious food, but it will still satiate your hunger. So that's one of the factor. Next is competition, that you have to be better than somebody in terms of your figure, in terms of your appearance. That is one of the another reason which leads to eating disorder. And what does it leads to? It leads, when you're not satisfied with your body, you have a feeling of worthlessness. You feel that you don't like looking at the mirror, you don't like you don't want to see yourself, because you have a very poor self image in the literal sense. And that image might be constructed in your head, or might be there are external factors that has led you to believe that that can be one of the reason, that people do not like the way you look, people do not like the way you dress, you constantly use words like, I see, I am just plumpy, I look like an elephant. You're constantly using these words, and what happens is your brain and your ears are listening to these words. You're actually feeding in negative things in your brain by yourself, and then you feel worthless. You don't like, I have seen so many people, they have a cover in front of the mirror, and they just kind of draw the curtain. They don't like looking at their faces, because they are not happy with the way they look. So these are the various factors. And of course, for teenagers, another factor is improper guidance. They are not guided properly by their parents, by the family, and they are also being driven into the rat race. So that is another factor. So now there have been surveys, that have been conducted, and it has been found the earliest case of an eating disorder stems from age of 8. So at the age of 8 is the first. What we used to do at the age of 8, we used to play, we used to study, we are not even bothered about how we look. But yeah, I know that phase. So age of 8, people are suffering from eating disorders. Age of not only age of 8, but 12, 13, and it has been seen that the city that tops the most in terms of eating disorder in India is Mumbai. Of course, everybody knows why. The reason, because your entire glamour industry is in Mumbai, and that is something which keeps on, you're constantly being exposed to such kind of figure, such kind of faces, and you feel worthless. And if you have to strive there, you think you have to look good, so rather than feel good. So that is one of the things. So Mumbai is one. The second one is Delhi. The third one is Chandigarh. These three places, it has been found that people resort to serious dieting, tremendous exercises, tremendous body shaming is there, and people resort to protein shakes and a lot of supplements instead of the actual food. So that leads to eating disorder. Now, why it is called a disorder? Because in the long run, it has been seen that people who are suffering from eating disorders at the beginning of their age, they have serious other health issues when they grow up. They have, because they did not get the proper nutrition at the proper age, and that is one of the reasons. Now, there are 3 types of eating disorder, and you would know, I know at least 2 people who are watching live right now, they suffer from, unknowingly they belong to each of these categories. But I'm just going to give you the brief gist of what are the 3 types of eating disorders. The first type is called anorexia nervosa, and that is the literal meaning of anorexia nervosa is the nervous loss of appetite. You are nervous, you don't want to have food. अरे ये खाएंगे, नहीं, chocolate नहीं खाना है, मोटे हो जाएंगे, ये नहीं खाना है, मोटे. So you are constantly so worried, so worked up with what you are going to have in your meals or in whatever it is. So anorexia nervosa is characterized by the attempt of not having food. You will not have food. you will not maintain your actual body weight. In fact, your body weight will be, I think, if I'm not wrong, it will be 85% lesser than what it should be. So you will be more like a skeleton. You are not maintaining your body weight with respect to your height. So that is anorexia nervosa, and that this particular anorexia nervosa is extremely common in women, and this anorexia nervosa does not belong to the upper class. It belongs to the middle class women. That has been found, and they are educated women who suffer from anorexia nervosa. So education has nothing to do with eating disorders. It is all in your mind, the way you want to look, the kind of image that you have built in your mind. Okay, so 85% of the body weight, if you're not maintaining 85% of your body weight, then you're suffering from anorexia nervosa. Now, what are the other factors that it can lead to? Of course, low blood pressure. It can lead to constipation. It can lead to cardiac problems, and for female, you can actually miss your menstruation cycles in month after month because of this low body weight, and you are not maintaining the minimum weight that is required at that particular age. And what do you do in case you're anorexic? You will not want to have any food, or you will be extremely paranoid about what you want to eat. And most importantly, even if you have something, you're constantly thinking how to burn it up. That is anorexia nervosa. The next one, the second one after anorexia nervosa, is bulimia. So what is bulimia? Bulimia nervosa is it's the second kind of eating disorder. In bulimia nervosa, you will eat a lot. You will eat and then you will vomit it out. That is bulimia. So they cannot control their urge of eating food. They will eat a lot at a large quantity. So when you see a bulimic person, you will see they have everything in their plate in large quantity, the quantity that usually a person will not have that. They will eat a lot, and then they will put their fingers and then they will vomit it out to maintain their body weight. A lot of models do that. A lot of models they cannot, because they are constantly being kept under diet. A lot of people, they cannot stop themselves from eating a lot of food, a lot of carbohydrates. So they will have all those things, and then they know that they cannot afford to gain in their weight, so they will purge it out. So it's binging and purging. These are the two things that continuously is going on in case of bulimia nervosa. So you binge and you purge. Now, how do you identify a bulimic person? The most important thing is their cheeks will be very puffy. Why puffy? These cheeks will be puffy. Anybody? Can you answer why a bulimic person who is constantly eating and vomiting out everything, why their cheeks will be puffy? Anyone? Anyone? I don't think I'm getting any response, so I'll just answer that. In case I get, I will see that. When you are constantly vomiting it out, the acid that is coming up with that kind of, that leads to that puffiness in the cheeks. In fact, their tooth enamel will also be going to get disrupted very soon because of the constant vomit and the acid that is being coming out. And so this binge eating will happen at least thrice a week. So it will not happen every day, but at least thrice a week it will happen. So it can be a mild binge eating symptom, mild bulimic symptom, or too much or severe cases of bulimia. So in the mild one, you will have at least twice or once a week of bulimic activity, and in case of severe one, you will have at least thrice a week. So whatever it is, they will eat a lot of food and then they will purge it out, or they will have a lot of laxatives. So there are two kinds. They will have a lot of laxatives, and when you take a lot of laxatives inside, it kind of, either it is coming out from through in vomit, or it is going out through your stool and other excretion, right? That's exactly what they would do to maintain their body weight. All right, so just give me 1 second. Yeah, so the first one was anorexia, the second one was bulimia, and the third one is Binge eating. Now, binge eating is something every third or fourth person involves themselves into, and they think binge eating is okay. No, binge eating is actually an eating disorder. Now, what is binge eating? Binging, just having food. So, you're under stress, you're under anxiety, you are feeling depressed, you're feeling sad, you just start eating something. And then you're moving around here and there, you see some food, you start eating something. So you're not hungry, you're basically trying to take care of some emotional requirement, because of which you start eating it. So a lot of people will eat, and the most important thing that person eat during binge eating is sugary substances, cake, pastries, or cheesy substances, pizza, burger, things like that. Why? Because these things will actually, well, it does not have any food value, but it kind of produces serotonin and dopamine, which makes you feel good. But this binge eating is a disorder. But what happens is, when you constantly into binge eating, that can lead to obesity, or that can ultimately lead to bulimia, and when you start vomiting it out because you can't control your binge eating. So these are the three primary eating disorders when you have which comes under eating, this particular category. Now, eating disorder was initially not considered as serious, but now it has been included a few years back in ICD, which is the International Classification of Diseases. And eating disorder is one of the prominent one, or growing one. Yes, Rashta, cakes, chocolates, pizza, chips and all. Yes. And then they will become anorexic next day. They will do severe kind of, workout and everything to just reduce that calorie. So constantly in guilt trip. Itna kha liya. So eating is supposed to be a natural thing, but when it is more becoming a psychological aspect instead of a physical aspect, then it is turning into a disorder. And eating disorder is now a part of International Classification of Diseases, right? So what do you do in case of any eating disorder? There are three kind of therapies that work. The first is definitely psychotherapy. You have to be taken through the sessions of what is accepted, what is not accepted, to break that illusion against those billboard impact. The second thing is cognitive behavior therapy, where you try and change those cognition or those thought processes that you have around your body image. See, what is important is to feel good, what is important is to be healthy. But not all skinny people are healthy, and not all obese people are unhealthy. So you have to understand that, and how you feel inside is more important than how you look outside. So these aspects are extremely important. And the third thing is family therapy. In case this is happening due to any kind of family pressure or any kind of siblings rivalry, for that family therapy is extremely important, because ideally what others tell about us is less important than what our close people tell us about and then what we tell to ourselves. Tarpod will only eat corns. Yeah, yes, exactly. They will only eat corns. So it is important, you don't really need to eat everything at one go, then feel guilty and then survive on corns. No, you can have everything in proper quantity, in proper proportion. You can have everything, that's okay. Then you will never develop any kind of malnutrition or develop any kind of disorders related to food. I mean, food is a natural thing. Hunger is something which comes naturally to a baby. Why to make it to take it to a disorder level, right? So just ensure that having a lot of protein supplements is something that can also lead to eating disorder. Why you need supplements when you have things naturally available? So you have to understand these things. How you feel inside is extremely important. How you look outside is important, but that is not as important as how you feel inside. You will be extremely like an hourglass Barbie doll, but then inside you are feeling like an absolute distressed person. Then what's the point of being in such kind of a mood? So understand that what is acceptable. Understand, love your body the way it is, love the way you are. All your imperfections is what is making you. Try to be healthy. I'm not saying that, I'm not promoting that you can just be obese. No, try to be healthy. But healthy does not mean that you have to be skinny. There is a difference between that. If you think you are healthy being the way you are able to carry yourself, then it's okay. So for example, when I had usually there are people, not only me, there are people who are always on the little heavier side. Not even if they feel that even if they take in air, they will gain weight. But that's not the thing. That's how we are. Our body has been manufactured like that. So when I lost a certain amount of weight, let's say 15 kilos or 16 kilos, after that I stopped doing that, and then it will become on a very natural process, because after a certain point of time your body will stop losing weight, because that is the body's equilibrium. It cannot afford any kind of losing weight at that point of time. Then again after a certain point of time, it will start again losing weight. So it was very good that when I lost the weight, that extra weight, I stopped all my medicines that I used to take. That's a great thing. But then if I take that as a zid and then I start doing all the more, then I will probably need more medicines and more immunity boosters, especially during this time. So understand, don't be short sighted, be far sighted about what is going to work for you. Especially for women, you have your body needs a lot of food, because we have to go through different hormonal changes every month, and or on a daily basis, based on the kind of emotional ups, mood swings that we have. So just know what your body needs. If you have a lot of sugar craving, have a little bit of sugary substances, it's okay, but if you stop that or you repress that, then one day you will have so much that's more harm than useful. So remember these small tips. I really wanted to cover this topic for a long time, because people think it's eating disorder India में, यहाँ पे तो आधे लोगों को खाना ही नहीं मिलता, but जिन लोग को मिलता है, people have issues with that as well, right? So that's pretty much that I wanted to cover today, and hopefully I have been able to answer a few queries. So in case you have any more queries, please drop in a question in the comment box, and I will get back to you, all of you. All right, so we'll come back with the next live next week, and till then everyone, please take care of yourself and eat healthy and stay healthy. All right everyone, good night. Today I ate meetha khaja, good for you, Shrestha, good. All right everyone, take care.